fostering better relationships at home, at work, and in life. Hi, I'm Amy Colgan-Niemeyer, a life coach, a diva coach. So, how can you foster these relationships? Well, first of all, be yourself. Don't try to be someone you're not. And develop your own style. You can take cues from people that you admire, but make it your own. Don't mimic. Accept and celebrate differences. Of course, you want to work and marry and be friends with people who are similar to you, like-minded. But what if we were all the same? That you were around people who were clones of you. Wouldn't that get boring after a while? So it's best that we are all unique and we accept people for who they are and we celebrate our differences instead of getting bent out of shape about them. So, be mindful of people's points of view and accept them and really celebrate them. Be honest. Say what is on your mind. Don't leave conversations just hanging there without finishing what you wanted to say and saying what you mean. Be respectful of the other person, of course. Be honest. Be fair, but firm. Saying this is what I believe, or this is what I think happened, and this is what I want, etc. Don't give a lot of uninvited advice. Ask questions, really good questions, excuse me, about the person's point of view or the project or whatever you're talking about, instead of judging that person or just saying, you should do this or you should do that. Ask questions, really good questions, and then they'll be more apt to take that positively than this kind of more judgmental advice type of stuff, like you can't possibly make your own decisions or they can't make their own decisions, they have to have your help. Maybe they're just fine and they'll ask you when they're ready. Okay, now also listen. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. That's one of the biggest things when it comes to relationships is listening, because you need to help the person that you're talking with know that they matter and that you really are interested in what they say. So practice effective listening skills and make sure that they know that you're right there with them. You're present. That, again, what they say is meaningful. That you really want to know, you really want to hear them and understand them. So to do this, you can paraphrase. Check to see if you got the information right. And also use eye contact and body language that is attentive and interested. You're leaning ahead, your eye contact, you're right on them. You're interested and you're present. And not being rigid, but standing up, not slouching, sitting up, not slouching, and really paying attention and giving them the cues that, yeah, you are interested. And be empathetic rather than judgmental. We talked about judgmental a bit earlier. I hear you. I am so sorry. Not, well, what did you do that for? Why'd you get yourself into that mess? That was stupid. See the difference? Big difference there. So be empathetic rather than judgmental, and your relationships will be a lot more fulfilling, a lot happier and healthier. Make time for your friends, your family, your coworkers. If you're out to lunch with a coworker, if you're at the dinner table with your family, if you're out with your friends doing an activity, put the phone away. Yeah, sure, you might want to do some selfies or take pictures of the event or of the occasion. Sure, okay. But don't be texting another friend or just surfing the net constantly when you are with these people, because they will get the message really quick that they don't matter. And that happens a lot these days. People complain about people that don't put their phone away. Put the phone away. Okay, now, what else can you think of? Is there anything else that you can think of while I'm changing my notes here? Okay, all right, communication. That's another biggie. Listening is huge. Communication is huge. You want to make sure that you're on the same page with people. Don't assume that you're on the same page with people. Never assume that you're on the same page with people. You've got to clarify. Make sure you are. So, say you do clarify, practice good communication skills, listening, and doing that paraphrasing to make sure that you got it right. This is all part of good communication, and it fosters morale at work and within your friendship, your relationship with your family, and motivation to really work together, either at home or at work, in the community, etc. And it shows that you want to be helpful, and it makes you want to be helpful. Makes the other people in your life want to be helpful to you because they see that you're engaged, that you care about them, and that you want to communicate. And it reduces stress and misunderstandings, and those can be really, wow. I mean, misunderstandings happen all the time. So if you can practice good communication skills, you're going to see a big difference in the reducing of misunderstandings and the stresses of conversations and relationships. It's going to make a big difference. Provide constructive feedback too when you have conversations with people. Say examples. Teens. You could practice speeches with your friends back and forth, and they can give you feedback. You can give each other feedback, and you can maybe do the same thing with any assignment. Don't copy papers. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you to help each other out by giving feedback to say, okay, yeah, really, that really was engaging. That really was something that I'd be interested in, and it was written well, or whatever. Or right there, you kind of lost me. That kind of thing. And explain why or how you're confused. And also at work, do the same thing. If there's a report or a presentation that you're doing, or a coworker friend of yours is doing, look it over, or have them look yours over, and give pointers, give feedback on it. Practice it in front of them and see what they think of it. And that really helps you bond, I think. And with chronic health issues, if you're going to a doctor for an exam and they tell you, part of their communication, part of their feedback is, okay, you had this test, these are the results, and this is what we have to do next, that they believe has to be done next. And then you ask questions, and you clarify, you ask for clarification on what this all means, etc. That's giving feedback and getting feedback. And communicating with each other. So everybody's on the right page, everybody's on the same page, and you can move forward in a more productive manner. And everybody is aware of what's what, the do's, the don'ts, the implications, etc. And so it's really important that you communicate with your doctors and say what you feel. I mean, if you're nervous about something, you have a question about something, absolutely offer that as feedback to whatever they are talking about. Okay, so take these into account each time you practice fostering relationships, and see how it works. Which ones have you already practiced? Which ones have you already tried? And which ones are you interested in trying? I'd love to find out. Email me at amy@acnlifecoach.com, or you can comment below. Love to hear from you. You take care, and I'll catch you again next week. Bye-bye.